prophets in the house. I wanna add my own welcome to all of you, and especially to Daisy, who's on with us for the first time. Daisy contacted me through Family Focus Broadcasting Network, and invited her to be here, and I see she's on tonight. So God bless you, Daisy. Thank you for taking the time to share your time with us tonight, and every single one of you, all the elders, the ministers, and every family member. Bless you, and I greet you in the name of Jesus. We want to get straight into what we're going to do. We want to continue. We're almost to the end of spiritual gifts, almost to the end that we started in April of 2024. We're almost to the end, and we're looking at the gift of helps. The gift of helps. And it is a spiritual gift also known as the gift of service. And that enables a person to assist others. So the people with this gift of help, they're just willing to help others. They have what we call a servant heart. They're willing to serve, and they're willing to support others with other gifts. That's the person with the gift of help. And people with the gift of help, they serve behind the scenes whenever they're needed, or whenever it is needed for them to serve behind the scenes. And they support the gifts of others without even being asked. They just see something to be done, they see somebody in need, and they just kick into action. And the thing is, they enjoy doing it. They enjoy helping other people. And what is important is that they do not do it for recognition. They don't do it and say, hey, look what I did. I helped this one, I helped that one, I paid for this, I did that. They don't do it for that. They do it most time very quietly. And sometimes they say, I don't even want my name to be called. They don't even want people to know that they were involved. That's somebody with the gift of help. Their heart is to help people. Now, the ministry of help is for everybody, every Christian. Every Christian should want to help somebody else. Every believer. If you're a believer and you don't like helping people, I question whether or not you're really a believer or follower of Jesus Christ. You must want to help. You may not always be in a position to help, but you must want to help. And the word help, if you go to the dictionary, it will tell you that the word help means to make it easier or possible for someone to do something by offering your services or resources. That's what the dictionary would tell you. To help is to make it easier or to make it possible for someone to do something. Once you're making it easier or you're making it even possible for somebody to do something by offering yourself, by offering your services or your resources, then you are helping. So I want to ask you this question. I want you to think about it clearly, easy. Think about it and tell me. Can you help someone, or can you, by helping someone, not help them? Think about it. Can you, by helping somebody, actually not help them? Because if help is to make it easier or possible for someone to do something by offering your services to them or yourself to them, can you, by your helping somebody, you didn't really help them? Talk to me, somebody. Is that possible? Think about it. Mull over it. Can you help somebody, but in your helping them, you did not help them? What do you think? Anybody? Joshua?
Yes, Dr. Richard, we have two hands up. Elder Sherry and Minister Bernadette.
Okay. Elder Sherry.
Yes, good evening, family. Dr. Richards, Pastor Nicole. I want to say yes. Looking at it, let's say somebody has a challenge, a physical challenge, and one of the things that they need to do, let's say walking, and you choose to do, they're sitting down and asking you to do this and and the doctor recommended that they move around. You may be trying to help them, but you're not really helping them because they're not doing what they're required to do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Nice example. Anybody, somebody else? Minister Bernadette, I think.
Yes, Minister
Good
Bernadette.
night, Dr. Richards. Good night, everyone. Along the lines of me being a registered nurse, now I train nurses, and if it is I see them doing something and I go to do it for my own self, in fact, I would not be teaching them, but I would be doing it for them, so they will not learn anything.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Nice example. Anybody else? Joshua?
Yes, Dr. Richards, we have a comment in the chat. We have yes, you can make a slacker out of them by continuing to provide for them and therefore making them dependent.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that seems,
That's
and
it.
there's a question. Someone asks, do you mean by enabling them?
Yes. You enable people, and that is not good. You're not helping them. How about when you are as a parent, your child come home and they have homework to do, and instead of sitting down with them to teach them or teaching them the principle, you do it for them. So you help them because maybe, oh gosh, I don't have time to sit down with you and go through your homework, so let me just do it for you. Or you just give them the answer. You're helping them, but you're not helping them. What about if you cheat for somebody? You cheat. You give somebody little steroids to run a race. You're helping them, but you're not helping them. So it is possible to help somebody and not help them.
Dr. Richards, we have we had Elder Sheldon's hand is up. I don't know if he still wanted to say something. And we have Sister Ursula.
Okay. Let's hear you.
Well, Dr. Richard, that's the example I was gonna give. Like if a child has an assignment to do and the parent does it for them. So
that's not helping. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry to take it away from you, Sheldon.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, you know what they say, great minds think alike, right? So yeah, you're doing it to make it easier for them. Remember the definition of help is to make it easier or possible for someone to do something by offering yourself or your service. So that's the definition of help. So you're doing something for somebody, but are you really helping them? There's somebody else you said, Joshua?
Good night, family.
Aye.
I was thinking of that same thing you talk about doing children projects and thing too, but there are some projects, there are some projects what you do for children where they cannot really do, right? That's one point. And also helping other people is like, okay, I'm on a workplace and we have to complete the job together and thing. And you finish yours and you're just, when you finish yours, the other person is still behind and kind of thing back time. So you will help them. And I will do that for these ladies because I tell them, I say, what else are you have to do? It's to vacuum or to sweep or to mop or what? Oh, just a little thing to pick up like garbage and then I say, no problem, I will do it. So that is helping. You're requesting yourself in service to do for others.
Well, that's it. That's the definition of help. That's the definition. So you're
Thank
helping.
you.
But there are instances when you do things for people that you shouldn't do. All right, you're making it easier for them or possible for them to do something, but you're doing it. Let me ask you a question. If I lie to get you out of trouble, and you, because of my lie, you're out of trouble, am I helping you? I lie to get you out of trouble, and maybe I go on the witness stand and I lie and I say you didn't do it when you actually did. Am I helping you? I want to ask another question. If someone asks you for money, they come, you know, but you know this person is a drug addict, and you give them the money because you want to be kind. Are you helping them? Talk to me, somebody. If I like to get you out of trouble, if I give you money knowing that it is possible that you're going to take the money to use it for some purpose that is not good, like taking drugs, am I helping you? Remember, the definition of helping is to make it easier or possible for someone to do something.
Okay, we have a lot of comments in the chat saying no, and we have Sister Ursula's hand is up.
Sister Ursula?
Yes, family, I get good night. One with the second part, we're helping drug addicts. That one, I kind of had to ponder with myself to know if I know this person do drugs, right? But would they buy drugs with it? Sometimes or may not, right? Sometimes or may not. But there are some guys and them too who is vagrant. I know specifically, and I can see it for myself because there's one, he asking you for $3, $4, I never give him money. But when we're in the market there, he is on top of the store behind us, smoking marijuana. So I don't give him any.
Okay.
But I would not, I tell him I do not encourage the drug part. Even if you ask me to buy you a caribou or a stock, I tell you I don't drink, so I'm not encouraging the same thing. All right? So that's me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So what we are actually saying then is helping somebody must also put them in a better position. And even that we have to be careful about. Helping somebody must help develop them. So the position is not just a physical position, but they must be better as a person. It must ease a burden. It must make them better in some way. So helping, so we have to be careful. Sometimes the lines are blurred when it comes to help. Am I really helping when I do something for somebody? Will you be better off for it? If I give you this money and you take it and buy drugs, then you're not better off. If I take it and they purchase food, of course you're in a better position. The question is, have I helped? And sometimes the helping is not dependent on you, what you did, but what the person did with what you offered. So let me ask you this question again. There's some food for thought. If you lost something and I volunteered to help you look for it, but you didn't find it, have I helped? If you lost something and I say, oh, okay, I'll look for it with you boys, but it wasn't found, have I helped? Talk to me. I'm not hearing anybody. Joshua?
We have Sister Ursula's hand is up, and we have Minister Bernadette's hand is up. But we have before them we have a couple of comments that say they say yes, and one says yes to a point, and
yes, a point. Okay.
Yes, and we have Sister Ursula's hand is up, and Minister Bernadette's hand is up.
Okay, Sister Ursula and Minister Bernadette, in that order.
Yes, sir. Yes, you have to, if we are seeking to look for something what is lost and we hasn't found it, yes, it was a help. Because four eyes are better than two.
Yeah, but you didn't find it. You didn't
That's
find
okay.
it.
At
Really?
least we did the effort of doing it. Get the ticket for it.
Okay. Thank
Yes,
you.
Sir. Thank you too.
Minister Bernadette.
I will say yes, because you still genuinely helped to look and you offered your time. So even though it's not found, you still offered, and that in itself, it shows that you were willing to help, even though you didn't know that the end game of if being found or not.
So that is that helping or being willing to help?
That is helping because it is
Oh yeah.
it is helping.
Oh yeah. Wait. I tell you, I said, Mr. Bernard, I lose my car keys. And you come and say, okay, let's look for it. And we look for it and we find it. Did you help me?
Yes.
Did you really
But I
help
help
me?
you look.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Right.
Nobody else, Joshua?
Dr. Richardson?
Dr.
Richards, I personally think that you didn't help at all. But that's just me. That's just me. I feel like if I lost something, right, especially as important as, let's say, keys, and you say, well, I'll help you look for it, and we didn't find it, then both of our time was wasted because
you was of no help to me.
it was of no help because there was nothing. I mean, we didn't find it. I feel like you had to have, if we found the keys, then I would say, okay, you help me, find the keys. But if we just looking around and we don't find anything, then you didn't really help me. I mean, the product, it means that it would have ended the same with or without you. So that means it didn't help me.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
We have a couple of comments. We have one that says you helped as best you could. Another says we tried. Another says maybe you both were looking in the same place. Another says you are not helping for an outcome. Another says yes, you lent a service. Another says help is not contingent upon the result. Another says
go ahead.
Another says you will still say thanks though. Another says I'll still say you helped. But I feel like you have to have a result in order for it to be considered help, right? I mean, okay, so let's take it at a different angle, right? Let's say I have to clean up somewhere, right? If you do a part of the room and I do a part of the room and we both get it clean, then you help me clean the room. But if you come in and you kind of stand up there and you say, well, okay, this needs to get clean and this needs to get clean, then you didn't really help me. I mean, I just basically
so depending on the outcome.
It depends on the outcome. You have to kind of be involved and then it has to have an outcome as well. If there's no outcome, then I wouldn't consider it help.
I see. Okay.
You have Elder Sherry's hand is up.
Elder Sherry, let's hear from you.
Well, I just wanted to say that I held up my end of the bargain because I said I would help you look for it. I didn't say I would help you find it. So
wait, what's the difference? No.
I will help you look for it, and I did. I helped you look for it.
Yeah, but why are you looking for it, not to find it?
Yes, but I helped look. So I held my end of the bargain. We didn't find it, but I honored what I said I would do.
Okay, but let me challenge you. So you looked. All right, but did you help in any way? Was the person's life made better by your looking?
Well, maybe not, but I still honored what I said I would do. I said I will help you look for it, and we did, right? And we didn't find it. Now, if we had found it, it would have been nice, but I held my end of the bargain, so I helped.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Dr. Richards, I still agree. I still disagree with that because of the fact that you said that you were willing to help look for it, it was for the purpose of helping to find it. In your mind, when you said that you'd help look for it, then the end result would have been to find it. So if you didn't find it, then there was no help because of the fact that the same thing would have been achieved with or without you. If we both looking for the keys and we found the keys, then yes, it would have been because both of us looked for it. We found it.
No, but Joshua, if you both look for the keys and you find it,
then you didn't help me.
Then you didn't need my help. Then you didn't need my help.
No, because you didn't help me. If you found the keys, right? You looking for it and you found the keys. Then you helped me find the keys because without you, I would not have found the keys. But if we both looking for the keys and I found the keys, that means that you didn't really have any kind of involvement in the situation. I would have found it with or without you. So
It's
that
a
means you really helped me.
speculation
You
because
have to
you
redefine
can't say
help.
I would not have found it with if you would not have found it without me. You just remember where you put it after all we look at you finally remember it was in your pocket, that's all.
No, but not only but not only that, Elder Sherry, the, the fact that both of you looking, if you're looking in one area and he looks in another area and he found it where he was looking there because you were looking somewhere else. Is help?
He was looking there because he was retracing his last steps.
No,
He didn't.
but not only that. The fact that he was, let's say he looking left and you looking right. Maybe he was looking left because in his mind you already looking right. All right. Otherwise, he might have been looking on the right hand side too. So I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to say to him, because of your input, he got the keys.
Okay, so in
Isn't
that
that so?
situation, I would say then I guess you helped me because of the fact that you helped me or because of your involvement, I found the keys faster. But I feel
I
like
know
it's
which way
still,
I helped you, Minister
but I
Joshua.
feel like
I
it's
was
still
looking.
iffy. I feel
I
like it's
was
still
looking.
iffy, because of the fact that, okay, you looking on the left-hand side, I looking on the right-hand side, and I find it on the right-hand side because you looking left side didn't go left. But if you really think about it, I still would have ended up left anyway. So I don't
Really?
I don't know. I feel like we have to,
So would you say, Joshua, if both of you are looking and you find it, you would say to her, you are of no help to me? Would you say
yes.
that? Wow.
I feel like
Minister Joshua, what you're saying there that you would have gone to the left anyway, it means that you didn't need any help. You could have just
no, but
you could have just croaked the whole place alone.
Ooh,
okay,
all right.
so then in that situation, right? Let's say I look for the keys, right? Because I want to kind of give her the situation in which I would consider help. If I look for the keys in a particular room, right? Let's say I comb the entire house and I can't find the keys, and you said, you know what? I'll help you look for the keys, and we both search the house again, and I find the keys, or let's say you find the keys, then I would say that you helped me because of the fact that, okay, it wasn't really me, it was your involvement in helping me look for the keys, or because of the fact that you were looking for the keys and you found the keys, then you helped me. Because I feel like the only situation in which I would consider it help is if you found the keys. If we both looking for the keys and we both can't find it, you didn't really help me. If I find it, then you didn't really help me, because in both situations, the end result would have been the same with or without your help. But if you found the keys without you, then I wouldn't have found the keys.
Well, Minister Joshua, I would say to you, you better don't lose anything and need anybody to help you look.
Anybody else wants to jump into this?
We have Sister Cindy's hand is up.
Sister Cindy.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Minister Joshua, I have to agree with Ella Sherry and Minister Bernadette. So let us not say it's keys, because if it's keys, you come out the car and the keys in the house somewhere. So, but let's say you left your phone in your office, and remember you left that phone in your office, and you come home, you say, help me find my phone, and I take my time and sweating, helping you look for this phone. And I knowing this phone not home, and it take us about 2 hours, I will say that was helping. Right? I helped you, but it's your fault because you didn't know where you put that phone. But I render my assistance, I help, and I give of my time. So I will say that was helping.
Okay.
See, in that situation, 2 hours of both of our time was wasted. So in that situation, the phone, it doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact that the phone is still in the office, the phone is still in the office. So that way, even if you think about it, let's say I don't know where the phone is, right? You don't know where the phone is, but the phone is in the office. Both of us looking there, for 2-3 hours for the phone and we don't find the phone, the end result was still the same. So it didn't really help me because of the fact that the phone is still in the office. So if I go tomorrow and I find the phone in the office, then would I say that it helped me? No, not really, because we looked in the house and we kind of wasted our time looking in the house because the phone was in the office. Now, if we looked, and let's say we don't find it in the house, right? And you say, you know what? Why don't you check in the office, right? Let's say that, right? They say, okay, well, I can't really help you anymore, but you should check in the office. I suggest that because you were in that place last, and I find it in the office. You help me then because you gave me a suggestion that helped me or enabled me to find the phone. But if we both looking in the house and I don't know where the phone is, you don't know where the phone is, and we don't find the phone, even though it would be my fault that the phone is missing, you didn't really help me find the phone because of the fact that we didn't find the phone.
So you're saying it's it's determinant on the outcome. That's what you're saying, Joshua.
I personally think that it is completely contingent on the outcome.
Yeah,
saying something?
that is what I was not going to ask, because Minister Joshua, what you're saying, helping is dependent on the outcome.
Yes, that's what I think.
I disagree with you with that one.
Anybody else? Come on, jump in quickly. We have a few more minutes.
I have a question for Minister Joshua.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing the hand. Just now, wait. I've seen hands. Sister Dolores,
okay.
Minister Bernadette, Sister Ursula, and Lachelle. Let's go in that order. I'm looking at the thing now here.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Hi.
You know, Minister Joshua, you're setting up yourself here, right? If you're going on the road and you see an accident on the side of the road, and you decided to stop to help, but when you look at the extent of that injury, that accident, the car, well, we will say right off, the car in a real bad situation, and you still stop because, I believe help is a hard thing, because you could have drive and say, see me, I late for work, let me go down the road, but you decided to stop. Even to stop, to come out your car, to go across the road to see what aid you could, what assistance you could help in that situation. But from the time you see the person, from the time you see the car, that person can't make it. What would you do? Just jump in your car and drive down the road? Because look, he done that already, yeah? I mean, it have people who does that. But would you do that as an individual?
Okay, in that situation, if I find a car accident, right, and I know for a fact that I can't help a person, right, I wouldn't say I would drive off. I could, there are other things that I could do in that, calling authorities and stuff like that. I could even go and get them the assistance that they need. But let's say that person is very, very badly damaged, right? And let's say for some reason I was able to get them out of that crash, right, and try to get them to the hospital. If I get them to the hospital and they still end up dying from or succumbing to their injuries, then what I did was not really helpful in my opinion, because because the person still died.
Hey,
Right?
If Nigerian here.
Joshua, you have listen. You have all these ladies against you. Just remember that.
But if I take that person to the hospital and they recover, then I help them because it's because of my intervention they were able to recover. But if I take them and they die on the way or they die on the hospital bed, then I didn't help them because their life wasn't really affected positively, right? Their life wasn't changed by what I did at all, because whether I left them or took them, they would have died anyway. So the outcome was still the same. I feel like in order to help someone, the outcome must change or be different, right? They can't have the same outcome. It wouldn't be considered help. So if I go across the road and I see somebody in an accident and I try to help them, whether it is rendering first aid or trying to take them to the hospital and they still end up succumbing to their injuries, then I didn't help them at all, right?
Wow, interesting.
I feel like that is the answer because of the fact that the outcome did not change whatsoever.
Thank you, Joshua. Minister
Dr.
Bernadette.
Richards, just before Dr. Richards, let's just I mean, hearing him saying it, I think we may be kind of what I'm hearing Joshua saying, and let's deal with the facts. We like to do that, right? The facts and the truth and everything. So let's go all through this parallel. If, as Minister Joshua said, that if he helps somebody, and have an open mind to where I'm going, right? If he helps somebody, then he believed that there must be a change, right? If I help you, then something different has to happen. So I think we could gather that. Now, I want to go with what Sister Dolores just said, the scenario that she painted. Let's look at the facts. The reality is, even if he took the person to the hospital, nothing changed. So what he's saying is, even though I tried to help, it didn't even make a difference. So we're looking at the situation itself. The facts is this: is it true? Did the person really die? Yes, they died. You try to do something nice by trying to get the person to live, but the reality is, even him taking the person to the hospital, that person still died. So in his helping, it didn't make a difference. So that's what he's saying. Even though I help, nothing, and I think we kind of getting emotional.
Yeah, but
I'm just dealing with it like that, Dr.
I
Richard.
understand. I hear you. I hear what you're saying in defending him. But the question is, what is help? What is help? Because if that same person went to the hospital and the surgeons operated on him, but the person still died, are you going to say to the surgeon, but you didn't help? Are you going to tell me that I put in all my skill and everything as a surgeon to save this person, and because the person died, you tell me I didn't help? That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Dr. Richard. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not denying the fact that you try to help, but I feel like helping someone must be, in my personal opinion, the definition of help is to administer service to someone that will benefit them positively, or at least bring about some level of change, right? So if you operate on someone and they die, then you didn't help the person, because there was if let's say a person is dying and you operate on them, right, to try to help them, but they still died, and the surgery didn't help, which means you didn't help. If the person needs to get a surgery to alter something, but it still remains the same, then it didn't really help them, right? So that's what I think, right?
All right.
I know Minister Bernadette, her hand is up, and I think
Thank you, Minister Bernadette.
Good night again. Sister Dolores is on point with that, because I started to think about my job. And often a person will be very normal, talking, walking, doing everything as a normal person that in the hospital, and all of a sudden they crash, meaning that they stop breathe or their heart stop. Now, if it is us as the medical professional rush to that person, revive them, and they die, that doesn't mean that we didn't help. We will have given medication to assist in bringing them back, but it's not that we didn't help. It's just that it wasn't enough. So in regards to that, Minister Joshua, I wait you for your response, because it's not that we didn't help. We did everything that it was humanly possible for us to do, and that in itself is helping. We don't just look at the outcome. Yes, the outcome, mentally you're thinking that, okay, you will be able to revive the patient, but sometimes you can't. But I don't consider it not helping.
Thank you.
And honestly,
all right, okay, Joshua, I don't want to respond that, because I know that there are other people. I don't want to defend each one. We know what your position is already. All right, so
we have Sister
Ursula, yeah,
and then
and Ella
Ella
Sheldon. Yeah.
Yes, that's funny. Minister Joshua, if I put myself within the reach of your time, like with you, being there to support or to give a hand or a helping hand, that is helping to me. And just as maybe as for the accident, even if the accident and I saw it and, I'm on the spot idea and I could assist up, hold up the head or hold up his hand or help him to frame the car. That is my help. That is my assistant of help. Because whether the person live or die, I do not know that choice. But I will be in heartfully to let them live, right? And I would not like to see someone die in front of me or anywhere. But assisting myself, putting forward myself with someone to accomplish something, I believe that is called help. Right?
Thank you,
Thank
Sister
you.
Stella. Thank you. And we will end with Elder Sheldon. We'll pick it up after tomorrow, please God. Elder Sheldon.
I want to ask this question, and I want to take it back to scripture. When Jesus was being led to the cross, and he was going up the Via Dolorosa, and they took Simon from Cyrene to help him with the cross. At the end of the day, the end result was still that he was still going to be crucified. So the fact that Simon helped him carry the cross, would you consider that being help or not helping him, seeing that the end result was still crucifixion? Was he helped or not helped?
You see, in that situation, Elder Sheldon, he was brought to help him carry the cross, right? The point was of him being there was for the cross to end up where it ended up, right? So it wasn't really about helping Jesus die. It was more like helping him carry a burden that he was not able to. And given the fact that he did carry the burden for Jesus and the cross still ended up at his destination, then yes, he did help because of the fact that without him, Jesus would not have been able to carry the cross. So he was there assisted and he was there helping Jesus carry the cross. So the point, because of that, there was a change because of the fact that the cross still ended up there. Had it not been for him, his intervention, the cross may not have ended up there. So in that situation, yes, he did help, right? So it depends on what the point of what is the reason that you're trying to assist. What is
For the
end
action.
goal? Right.
End result of the action,
What
right.
is the reason for the action? And if that reason is completed, right, then that means you helped. Right. So like I said, in that situation, if the reason for him being there was to help Jesus carry the cross. So because of the fact that the cross ended up where it was supposed to, the reason that he was there in the first place, it was accomplished and there was a change.
All right. Interesting. So
anyhow, I can go, but for that,
yeah, we want to pick it up here. We'll pick it up here. We will pick it up here because I know this could go on and on. So we'll pick it up here tomorrow night, God's willing, and it's this is where we will start. Elder Sheldon, if you want to start it tomorrow night, no problem in terms of responding. So we will do that. All right, but I want everybody to think about it over, between in the next 24 hours. What really is helping? What do I mean when I say I help? Let me end by asking this question. First Lady, you come and you see the place in a mess, and you say, I want this place cleaned up. And everybody start cleaning. And when you come out, you determine, nah, this place is worse than it was before. Has anybody helped? And this is based on Joshua's definition, right? The desired outcome wasn't there. But you determined that in their mind, the mind of those who were doing the action, that was the outcome. You say, clean the place, I've cleaned it. And in your mind, it hasn't been cleaned. So did anybody help? So these are some of the scenarios that we have to think about. What does helping mean? What does it mean to help somebody? All right, so we're going to pick that up tomorrow, God's willing. At the same time, thank you so much, all of you. And Joshua, I'm going to hand back over to you to close off.